Hi, this is Jeffrey from MTB.guide, and today it's time to do the review of the MT500 helmet from Endura. They are mainly known for the clothing line, but they are producing helmets for a while now. The MT500 is Endura's high-end collection of clothing where this helmet is part of. To push the safety of this helmet, Endura chose to incorporate the relatively new Koroyd technology into their helmet. So, let's take a closer look. The more aggressive styling, large rear coverage and goggle support show that the Endura MT500 helmet is aimed toward the trail and enduro rider. As the sport evolves, head protection is one of the aspects that clearly stays behind. MIPS is becoming more and more standard, but Endura went in a different route, trying to reduce the overall impact forces with Koroyd to improve safety. The straw-like structure that you see inside the helmet are the Koroyd tubes that are designed to better absorb the energy of an impact compared to your traditional EPS, which is commonly used in helmets. This is different from technologies like MIPS, spin and 360 turbine that aim to reduce the rotational forces, which play an important role in reducing the chance of a concussion. Looking beyond the Koroyd, you see a well thought out and well finished helmet, which you kind of would expect for a top of the line Endura helmet that retails for about €160. You can get the MT500 helmet in 3 sizes and 4 different colors. The Endura features a 4-position and removable visor. Put the visor in the upper positions and you gain access to the eyewear docks. In the top position you can store your goggles under the visor. On the back of the helmet is a clip mounted, which keeps your goggle strap in place. On the top of the helmet you find room for the included accessory clip, which partially mounts in one of the vents to be able to attach a light or an action cam to your helmet. The MT500 has 15 medium to large vents to keep your head cool, 12 of which have Koroyd behind them. The MT500 helmet is the only helmet in Endura's lineup that has Koroyd. At half of the price and leaving out features like eyewear docks, goggle strap clip and Koroyd, you can get Endura's Single Track 2 helmet. If you like the looks of the MT500 but don't mind the other features and want to stay in Endura's lineup, then the Single Track 2 can, with its visual similarities and weight reduction of more than 100 gram, be an alternative. Looking for a similar helmet at other brands, you'll probably end up with a closely matched Smith Session. In return for the goggle strap clip and accessory clip, you get improved safety with integrated Koroyd combined with MIPS. The Smith Session also retails at €160. Endura has a crash replacement program which offers a replacement helmet at a reduced price over 3 years after purchase. In case of a crash you can get the same helmet if possible at 50% of the MSRP. Note that the crash replacement program is currently only available in Europe. Comfort and fit are very important on the trails. I found the MT500 to be a perfect fit, but this will differ from person to person. It has plenty of adjustability to make it comfortable for most. The chin strap sits also reasonably flat and is longer than on most helmets. The padding is firm and didn't noticeably degrade over the last 10 months. Ventilation may seem well at first, but it noticeably suffers from the implementation of Koroyd. It keeps the temperature well inside in the winter, but riding in temperatures up to 36 degrees here in summer is where you really notice the lack of airflow compared to its open vent counterparts. Koroyd also collects visibly more dirt and is harder to clean. In return, I didn't get any bees or wasps in my helmet and I didn't get any tan lines in the shape of the vents. Clearance with big sunglasses can be a bit tight with the MT500 helmet. Normal sized sunglasses like the Oakley Jawbone pose no problem. The Jawbreaker is still good, but 100% speedcraft nearly hits the helmet and on extremely bumpy terrain it actually does. Visibility with the Endura MT500 is good, while the slightly higher bottom position of the visor has my preference. You can set the visor in one of the higher positions, but these positions are either too high to be fashionable nor functional while having your sunglasses still on your nose. The helmet accessory clip is a nice addition for the evening rides, keeping a light stable on the helmet without the need of fiddling with straps or sticking it on with adhesive tape on your helmet. And the same counts for using an action cam for those who like to film other riders. With something relatively heavy mounted on the MT500 helmet, it stayed remarkably stable. I'd like to touch on a few things regarding the newer innovations in helmet safety, like MIPS, spin, 360 turbine, Koroyd and others. The current safety standards, like the EN 1078 here in Europe, don't require these new technologies, as a traditional EPS helmet would easily suffice to meet the requirements. However, they claim to be safer than your standard helmets. The current safety standards are old and need to be updated to include more comprehensive testing. Note that there are no tests included that address the reduction of rotational forces for technologies like MIPS. This makes you purely dependent on what helmet manufacturers claim and makes it an interesting marketing tool. The only way to compare the safety of a helmet is to compare the test reports, right? Well, unfortunately helmet manufacturers aren't legally required to publish these test reports. I contacted Endura and Koroyd for these reports, as well as other helmet manufacturers, but none was willing to supply them. The only brand that I currently know of that publishes test reports is REUPLOAD. Therefore, I see the newer safety technologies more as a marketing tool, which can sound reasonable to have a positive effect on your safety, than as an actual safety improvement. I fully support the way that certain brands want to push the safety beyond what's legally necessary, but this also requires some transparency and proof from their side. Having a number to compare the safety between the helmets and an increase in consumer awareness can give the helmet safety the needed push in the right direction. Endura managed, with the MT500, to produce a nicely finished enduro helmet with lots of features and plenty of adjustability to make a comfortable fit. At €160 retail, it sits at the high end of this segment. Of course, you'll be paying a premium for being one of the few helmets that feature Koroyd. The claimed safety improvement from Koroyd comes at the cost of a noticeable decrease in airflow. Endura made an interesting choice to exclude MIPS in its flagship helmet, while its competitor Smith did. Other than that, it's a great helmet, which in my opinion also looks good. With the addition of Koroyd that might reduce the injury of your next crash, it might then also improve on its value for money. Thanks for watching my review of the Endura MT500 helmet. If you liked the video, please hit that like button and consider subscribing if you haven't yet. MTB.guide brings you product reviews, how-tos and trail highlights, so if that's what you're into, definitely subscribe and you'll be notified when a new video goes online. Have a nice day and I'll see you the next time.